when an unsuspecting girlfriend is caught only after. On April the 3rd of 2022, a chilling incident unraveled in Miami, Florida, as the local police department received a distressing phone call.
I can't feel my arm. I can't feel my arm. Oh, my boyfriend is dying of a stab.
Ma'am, what is the address?
134 Northeast 7 times. Baby, I'm so sorry.
The caller was frantic, reporting a critical situation involving 27-year-old Christian Toby Obamacelli, who had sustained a severe stab wound to his chest. The gravity of the injury was significant and the situation was dire. Obamacelli, in a perilous state, was bleeding profusely, and the circumstances surrounding the incident were initially shrouded in mystery. The person on the other end of the line was desperate, frightened, and seeking urgent assistance.
Now, all of a sudden, this is all happening.
What's his name?
Christian Toby Obamacelli.
Christian?
Please, I'm scared of him.
The police response was immediate, rapidly dispatching officers and medical help to the scene. Upon their arrival, they were confronted with a gruesome sight that reaffirmed the severity of the situation. Obamacelli was in critical condition, teetering between life and death as he fought the grave wound inflicted upon him. The urgent distress call that the Miami Police Department received on that fateful day of April the 3rd of 2022 originated from Courtney Clenny, Christian Toby Obamacelli's girlfriend. Clenny, who had made a name for herself as an OnlyFans model, was at the center of a tumultuous relationship with Toby. The relationship was characterized by a chaotic love story punctuated by frequent episodes of violence that were serious enough to necessitate police intervention. Numerous incidents involving the couple had been reported to law enforcement over the years, painting a picture of a relationship marred by conflict, volatility, and aggression. Despite the outward appearance of deep affection between Clenny and Obamacelli, their private life was far from idyllic. In April of 2022, an intense argument between Courtney Clenny and Christian Toby Obamacelli culminated in Toby suffering a severe stab wound. Despite the significant evidence pointing toward her, Courtney maintained her innocence. She vehemently denied any role in the grievous harm inflicted upon Toby. However, the Miami Police Department harbored strong suspicions against her. Given their history and the number of violent incidents reported to the police, investigators found it difficult to accept Courtney's claims of innocence. It created a cloud of uncertainty, rendering Courtney as a prime suspect in the case, despite her insistent declarations of innocence. Courtney Clenny's narrative of the events provided a drastically different view of the incident that resulted in Christian Toby Obamacelli's stabbing. According to her, a disagreement regarding the sharing of their phone locations led to a volatile confrontation. Toby allegedly pinned her to the floor in a display of dominance and aggression. Feeling threatened and trapped, she claimed to have resorted to self-defense, ultimately leading to her throwing a kitchen knife in Toby's direction. Courtney presented herself as a victim, forced into a desperate situation, the circumstances of which culminated in Toby being gravely wounded.
Oh, are you gonna reshare your location with me? Did you unshare it? And said, yeah, I unshared it. And I was like, oh, when did you do that? And he goes, the other day, when you were done with me. And I was like, okay, well, fair enough. Reshare it. And then he told me, it kind of turned into a little argument or something. And then he told me to reshare mine, and I was like, okay, yeah, I will. And then I didn't do it immediately. He asked me about it again, and I don't know what I was thinking, but it just said something about, well, what if I'm somewhere you don't want me to be? Which I wouldn't have been. I love him, but maybe you don't want to know where I am. I guess maybe they'll just hurt him because he was pressing me. And he ended up pinning me against the wall. I said choking me on the floor. It's just they were looking at my neck, and I was like, I'm not saying choking me whatever. But he had my neck, and this happened twice before, where I couldn't breathe and I was on the floor. Yeah. I could not breathe. And I don't think that he was trying to kill me, but I was scared. And all 3 times I have been scared. I'm on the floor. And you have you pinned. Get my mom on the phone. So this happened over by the door, and somehow moved over in the living room. He was standing by the couch, kissing toward the kitchen. I was in the kitchen, and then he just I could see all the whites in his eyes, and he was like coming at me, and so I grabbed one of these knives. My mom got me for Christmas. I grabbed one of them, and I was like, I swear to God, it was just like I grab and be like, don't come anywhere closer to me, because earlier that was happening 2 other times. I couldn't breathe. I'm sorry, I couldn't breathe, and it's very scary. And I just think just like this kind of thing where I was saying like.
Her account painted a picture of a dynamic struggle that escalated quickly, pivoting her role from the accused to a victim of domestic violence who was merely defending herself against an immediate threat. Building security had contacted the police just a day before, pertaining to an issue involving the troubled couple. The situation in their apartment was dire enough to warrant this intervention, signifying escalating tensions between the two. This incident served to further erode the image of their relationship that Courtney had been projecting, and instead painted a grim picture of domestic strife. In an intriguing twist, security provided video evidence that directly contradicted Courtney's portrayal of their relationship dynamics. This raised doubts about the veracity of her claims and introduced new dimensions to the investigation. It's plausible that this footage revealed aspects of their interactions that were previously concealed or misrepresented. This pivotal evidence served to shift perceptions, inciting questions about the nature of their arguments, Courtney's role in them, and ultimately, the circumstances leading up to Toby's stabbing. While it remains unclear what exactly this footage portrayed, its emergence was a game changer. It's a stark reminder that reality is often more complex than presented, especially when dealing with turbulent relationships. Consequently, this evidence stands as a critical factor in determining the truth of that tragic day and Courtney's culpability. When Miami police first encountered the wounded Christian Toby Obamacelli, the initial narrative pointed toward Courtney Clenny's self-defense claim. It was a harrowing tale of domestic violence met with desperate action. But as investigators delved deeper, this simplistic narrative began to unravel, revealing a more complex and potentially sinister story. Evidence began piling up, implicating Courtney as the possible aggressor. The most damning evidence was a video showing Courtney acting violently towards Toby, contradicting her claims of self-defense. This, in conjunction with other suspicious actions after her release from custody, such as an apparent lack of remorse and defensive demeanor, began to cast a long shadow of doubt over her innocence. All these factors have culminated in a precarious situation for Courtney. The accusations against her have escalated from a self-defense claim to a potential second-degree murder charge, carrying the risk of life imprisonment. At the time of the writing of this transcript, Courtney's fate hangs in the balance. The evidence against her is mounting, challenging her innocence and demanding rigorous legal scrutiny. This is a grim reminder of how situations can rapidly escalate and how the truth, in all its shades of gray, often struggle to surface amidst emotions, biases, and deception.